Good evening, everybody. Clutch here from the Sodak Motorcycle Blog. Well, you're watching this on the first Thursday in a month, and you know what that means. Another edition of Comments and Beer, the monthly comment show where I go over your comments from YouTube, and I answer your comments, and I sample some local craft beers, as long as I can get to the craft brewery or I'm not too lazy about it. So, first of all, let's meet that craft beer, shall we? So, once again, we made another visit to Woodland Republic. It's kind of becoming the go-to place for pretty much everything. Well, this time what I have here is a root beer seltzer. ABV 7%, hot off the taps today. Actually, this was won by my wife during bingo today. And I was planning on filling up a growler, but she ended up filling up a growler. She ended up winning a crowler. So here we are with the root beer seltzer, and we're going to open this a little bit so we don't have a mess on our hands. No mess. All right, now I'm not really generally a seltzer fan, but I will have a seltzer in right circumstance. That's not too bad. You can definitely taste the hint of the root beer and the seltzer. It's kind of I don't know if it would really be my go-to. It's actually really, really sweet, almost too sweet. But you can definitely get the root beer in the background. It's not a root beer per se, but it's definitely got that hints of it. It's not too bad. Like I said, I don't know if it'd be the one I'd go to all the time, but you know, if you keep doing the same thing all the time, well, you're never gonna, I don't know what I'm trying to say. You might be looking at that shirt and wondering what the heck's going on. Well, so, actually, let's rewind back. So, we had the vest in the shop, getting new patches on. The vest is done, has been done for a few weeks now. We're actually going to do another video where we're going to look at the vest and take a look at all the patches again and kind of just show here's what everything looks like with everything on it. And I guess an example of, to show you all an example of what a vest looks like, sans, sans colors, me not being in a club anymore, just a regular vest. What I wear as a vest is a regular Joe and Y. And one part of that is, got a pretty cool shirt here. So, they sell these shirts at Fabric Junction, which is where I had the vest done. We've talked about that before. And this shirt says, I went to Sturgis just to see Fabric Junction. And so the reason behind that is Fabric Junction is a pretty popular place. When my wife picked up my vest for me, because she works pretty close to there, she got in a conversation with the lady that runs it. And yeah, I knew that from last year from years before talking to her and having vest stuff done there, I knew there was a popular draw. A lot of people come there, but I mean, people from all over the country come to this, and it's basically like they sell the shirts and everything for rally. So that's where the shirt comes in. I just wanted to give them a good little plug here too, real quick, because I don't know for sure how the video is going to look like between now and rally. And if you are going to Sturgis for the rally, and you want the best sewer, in my mind, of a motorcycle vest in Sturgis. Oh, and also a local vendor in Sturgis who pretty much will sew anything on a vest. She will pretty much sew anything you want on a vest. So bear that in mind. Definitely check her out, give her a call. I highly recommend her, and I think you'll get better service and sewing from her than you'll get from any of the other out-of-towners that come in for the rally, because really, I mean, they're just someone in a sewing machine. With her, though, you're going to get some care, you're going to get some attention, you're going to give a crud, and she's going to do a very good job at it. And we will take a look at that vest later on. Hopefully, maybe we can get one out before the rally just to check that out. But I just wanted to give them a quick little plug. Oh, one more thing. You'll notice it's because it's June, it's nice enough I could be outside. Although mostly I'm in here because it's 98 degrees in my garage right now. So I figured, you know what? Let's take it outside for the night. So let's go ahead and get to those comments. So first comment, and this is from the Z-Man 28, and this was on the It's Not Lead, or excuse me, It's Not Lead, It's Lead video, as in, so we rode through Lead, South Dakota. Yes, it's pronounced lead, even though it looks like lead, so hence the title, It's Not Lead, It's Lead. So, anyways, where was I? Alright, so, the comment. And this comment is from the Z-Man 28, and he says, Louis makes the better burger. I thought the Boar's Nest is overrated. Their fries are better than Louis. Alright, so thank you for the comment, Z-Man. I definitely agree with you there. I think their fries are definitely better than Louis. They're, if I remember right, they're almost like that homemade style, but they're made the right way. They're not like all soggy and stuff. So and for me, really, what the main reason I prefer the like I'd say burger for burger, absolutely. Like if you're just doing the plain burger at Boar's Nest, yeah, I think Louis is better. Really, the one I like better is just I think it's actually the burger is actually called the Boar's Nest mainly because they slap down that bit of pulled pork on top of it. That's kind of what makes that sandwich a little better for me. But definitely can see it, and yeah, they have pretty good burgers at Louis. Like you saw in that video earlier, Louis has improved quite a bit for sure. Not that way. All right. So this one is from So Many Gold Wings, Sturgis Rally 2025.4. This is one where I had all the gold wings around me last year. And this is a comment actually from a new commenter. So we got a comment virgin on our hands on the Sodak Motorcycle blog. This is from Ozark Woods 3 weeks ago. And they say, nice review. I'm a member at Heart Ranch and have been summering every year in the area for 10 years. We have since settled down in Branson, Missouri. I enjoy your comments. Well, thank you for your comment, Ozark Woods. Also, you know, good place to spend your summer at generally is around here for sure. Get to really experience the hills. And I've said this before, I'll say it again, especially if you can get a chance to spend some extended time here, I think you will very much appreciate it. Like if you can, one of those where you can just be here for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks at a time when it's not rally, you definitely will not regret it. Especially, and hell, trailer, bring all the stuff with you. If you got kayaks, paddleboards, all that, bring all that stuff with you. You can ride one day, you can paddleboard one day, you can kayak another day, you can go hiking. There's so much you can do here. Very much a good place to spend the summer. And I'm pretty partial because, well, I spend every summer here, but yes, it's very good to spend the summer here, for sure. All right, next. So, the spider videos are still performing quite well. We got another comment from this three-wheel thing. It's getting out of hand, the Sturgis Rally 2024 demos. And this is from Silas Correa Brandao Q6D 2 weeks ago. If I'm butchering that name, I apologize. And this is actually a comment that was originally translated. I'm pretty sure it's from either Spanish or Portuguese. I don't know. It's either Spanish or Portuguese. Either way, this is a translated comment. And they say it really goes well with the coffee. So, I would say that that having the three-wheeler, I'm assuming, must go well with coffee. I would think so. I'm trying to think back to that video. Trying to think what if anything was said about coffee. I'm guessing, knowing me, is probably something said about, if you're a BMW rider, you can take this thing to the coffee shop and fit right in. I'm sure something like that. But I think motorcycling does go well with coffee. I mean, there's part of the reason I have cup holders on my bike. I mean, yeah, water's a thing, but for the most part, the main reason I have a cup holder on my bike is so I can carry my coffee around. Because coffee is a big deal to me. So, seeing that it goes well with coffee, I think it'd be a great machine for me to have, for sure. All right, what we got next? All right. Oh, our friend Memphis from the Shark again. This is from Was This a Mistake video. The first video where we featured my wife's new to her 750 Virago that we got for a very good price of $450. And it had a title and it ran, so basically we found a unicorn. Anyways, Memphis on the Shark, he asks, is that the Virago where the engine is actually the front part of the frame? And so I looked at it today, and from looking at here, I would say I am pretty darn sure that yes, it is the frame. It is one of those where yes, the motor is an essential part of the frame, which makes pulling a motor kind of fun. Granted, I've never done it. However, I was watching some old videos of the Great Biker Build-Off today. I was watching episode 4 that had Indian Larry, rest in peace, and Billy Lane, and watching them trying to put the motors between the frames. Granted, they can do it no problem and stuff, but it's interesting to see that and then see where, well, let's be honest, both these bikes behind me, the motor is an essential part of the frame, meaning you pull the motor out, yep, the frame completely changes. But it's a good workable concept, and it's been done that way for, well, pretty much since the 90s now. And I think it's a very good way to do it, because in the end, you save some weight that way. I mean, you look at my Goldwing, you probably saved, well, probably 10, 15 pounds worth of tubing, and it would have completely changed the bike and also the motor would be a lot higher in that Goldwing. And same deal with that Virago, the motor would be a lot higher. In my mind, you put that motor a little lower, make it part of the frame. Guess what? It also helps the stability of the machine for sure. So, yep, it definitely is one. We are actually just about ready to go on that Virago. We have all the lights working now, and including the high beams. Not to give away the ghost, but we definitely learned with this bike that the cheap Amazon part, or excuse me, the eBay part, isn't necessarily the worthwhile one. However, you can find parts on eBay that are not too much more expensive, and they're OE, and they will work like everything should, just from a little bit extra work and some research. But we'll get more into that in another video. Okay, so, and this is another one. Oh, another comment from Memphis on Shark, but it's on a different video. And this is from the video Will It Ride, which was part 2, or no, actually, yeah, part 2 of the series with the Virago, where we were getting it ready to go and changing out a few of the first parts anyway. And so, let's get to Memphis on the Shark's comment. His comment says, like the big wheel from our youth, Green Machine. I am assuming I asked for some name submissions, and that is his submission. So Green Machine, I think we'll take it in consideration for sure. And in the end, as my wife reminded me, it is not my bike. It is her bike, meaning that she will name it, although I'm pretty sure she's not going to name it, so it may just be the bike with no name. Or maybe it'll just be Kel's bike. Maybe that's what we'll call it. We'll just say it, or maybe we'll call it the producer bike. Maybe that's what we'll call it, the executive producer bike. But it won't have a name. But anyways, if you got any other good names, please submit them. And my wife does monitor the comments. She is a member of the Sodak Motorcycle Blog, which you can do that for only $2.99 a month. You get priority reply to comments, so that means I'll reply to your comments within 48 hours. Also, you can see my videos when I upload them, so even if it's months and months before it's supposed to come out to the general public, you can check out my video there. Also, you get a Sodak Motorcycle Blog logo right by your name, so I can see that, yes, you are a Sodak Motorcycle Blog member. So, she will be monitoring. Please send in your submissions. Next comment, same video. This is from Carolyn Lewis, E6X, 8 days ago, and she says, nice bike. I agree. I think it is a pretty nice bike. I think, I, you know, I, I don't know, the Miragos, they're an interesting bike to me for sure. They definitely very much have that kind of that, you know, trying to kind of factor in with that. Ooh, don't blow over you. Don't blow over. We had a wind gust here. Which, if you're not hearing the wind, well, that's good. You know, a testament to DJI mics and also having the sock on. But anyways, yes, I think it's a very nice bike. I do like the looks of it. I know some people aren't a fan of the looks of them, but I kind of, you know, like the look of that Virago. I like that it's kind of got that almost Sportster slash. I know I'd said Dyna before too, but you know, that Dyna slash Sportster look, and I know they're different bikes, but kind of it's probably almost kind of a mix of them, because the tank doesn't seem on it as small as like a Sportster tank is. Seems like the Sportster tanks are a little small, but I feel like you could also put like that Dyna style fairing on it, and you could probably pass it off as something like a Dyna. I know it's not a Dyna, but it is. Like I said, that's definitely a gem there. I mean, one of those where, you know, just getting it and seeing it in the morning and jumping on it right away. And I don't know if I told the story of that. Maybe we'll tell that story another time of actually going through and purchasing it. But just, like I said, anymore, everything you see, it's $1,500. It doesn't run or ran when parked. Well, if it ran when parked, it's $2,000. And probably doesn't have a title. Probably says something, don't have title, don't ask. But, you know, they want to sell it for that much. And it's like, you're selling a parks bike for $2,000 because $2,000 or $1,500 because essentially, if it's a no title bike, it's a parts bike. And you're not going to make that and reselling the parts. I mean, if you tried really hard, and also if there was enough people looking for it. I mean, a lot of the posts I saw looking for some of these Virago parts, they'd been on for a decent amount of time. I think maybe you could part it out for maybe 200, maybe 300. I mean, maybe you could get 150, 200 for the motor. Like, I don't think parting it out, you'd make any more than maybe. I mean, we could probably part it out for what we made. But, I mean, we're looking at like $450, $500 to part out. And we're not considering all the time that is spent actually doing that. And there is a way you can do salvage titles and all that stuff and homemade titles, but that's such a sketchy process that it just, to me, it ain't worth it. And in my mind, I don't know how their states are, but I can tell you what, in this state, it is, if you are the rightful owner of the title, if you're the rightful owner of the motorcycle and your name or anything, and your name is on the title, it's literally a trip to the courthouse and it's $10. It's that easy. Granted, you work 5 days a week. Yes, you got to take some time off work to go do it. I get that. But, you know, I don't know. To me, it's just laziness. If I see something without a title, I don't even care. I don't want it. I don't care. It could be the coolest thing ever. I don't want it unless that thing's like, and motorcycle, if it ain't got a title, it better be $100. It better be $100 damn bucks. Like, cause it's so easy to get a title. I've done it before. I've lost titles. And you know what? I went to the courthouse. I paid $10. And guess what? Within a week or 10 days to 20 days, actually, I was getting the title for the Trailblazer when we sold it all those years ago. You probably maybe remember it. I think, and this was in 2021, mind you, when things were still kind of screwy from COVID, even here. And I think we still had it. There was a backlog. I think we still had it in 2 weeks. Had it in 14 days. It wasn't that hard. I literally went to the courthouse, filled out a form, paid $10, and I got it. So, at least if you're in South Dakota and you ain't got a title, I say you're lazy. Because it ain't that hard to get one. And if it is that hard to get one, it's probably because, I don't know, something sketchy happened. And if you don't have it because the last guy produced it, guess what? That's on you. That's on you. If you're buying something and you don't leave there with the title, there's no sale. Period. That Virago, I left there with the signed title. If for any reason there was no title available, guess what? I'm gone. I'm leaving. No title, no sale. Period. That's my rule. And I tell you what, if you at home, in my mind, anytime you're dealing with anything used, I guess to me, that's the one. I feel like that's the one hard and fast rule you need to follow. There's some other rules too, but the big one for me is no title, no sale. Period. And that title needs to be signed. And frankly, generally, hopefully it's signed by the person that owns it. Because if it's one of those holdover ones, I will watch stuff on that too. And frankly, that's stuff we can talk about for another video. I'm really getting off topic on that. Sorry, I got a little on my soapbox there. All right, so, but good thing for you, there's only one more comment. And, well, let's take the, excuse me. Just had to take a couple sips. All right, last comment of the month. This is from the 2025 Sturgis Rally Demos. Another Can-Am Spider video. 2025 Can-Am Spider Canyon XT. Oh, excuse me. This is from last year's. The Spiders, man, they perform. Anyways, this is from at I Love Big Girls 420. So he likes big girls and weed. 6 days ago. And at 4:31, they say, you're right, it's a bike. It did won. You wrote it won, but I'm assuming you meant win. Motorcycle of the Year last year. Well, there you go. There you go right there. See? Before I go on, thank you for your comment. Very much appreciate it. I hope you're having an easy time finding the big girls in the weed. But anyways, yes. Like I've said before, yep, it's different. It is completely different. It's a completely different thing. It's completely based on a snowmobile. You can see it from looking at it. The first time I saw a Spider running down the road, the first thought was, oh, they put wheels on a snowmobile. It's literally pretty much what they did. But in my mind, you still can't tell me there ain't a whole lot different from that as opposed to putting two more wheels, making this a three-wheeler. I mean, it's the same thing. It's three wheels. And like I always say, when you get to a certain age where you can't ride the motorcycle anymore, are you going to quit riding altogether, or are you going to buy a trike or a Spider? I can tell you this much. I'm going to go for trike or Spider, and mainly Spider because I don't have to pay for the trike kit. Because frankly, I don't want to stop riding at all. I don't. It's too much fun. I don't want to give up on riding just because, oh, I can't balance my bike anymore, so I'm not going to ride anymore and be miserable. Like, I kind of don't want to die a miserable old man. I mean, I just don't want to live that way, man. But anyways, that is it for the comments. And another month is upon us. Like I said, you're watching this in July. We are, as of the time you are watching this, we are, let's see, let me do the quick, how many days away are we from the Sturgis Rally? Let's take a quick look. We are, as of watching this, you are 16, 24, 32. As of this video come out, we are about 40 days away from the start of the Sturgis Rally already. I mean, for God's sakes, the 4th of July is 2 days from now as you're watching this. It's on Saturday. 4th of July is a Saturday. A good chunk of the summer is already gone. So I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're taking advantage of it. If you haven't taken advantage of the summer yet, you might want to take advantage because it's only a matter of time before we're all freezing to death in winter's grip again. And all I know is, I know for this area, we've had a few pretty easy winters, and I feel like, man, a hard winter has got to be coming soon. And, well, I want to enjoy the summers while I can, because summer is great. Summer's an awesome time of year. It's warm. I can sit out here in the carport and I can wear shorts, and I can wear a t-shirt, and I can just enjoy an evening because it's too hot in the garage. But frankly, that's fine because I'm not working on anything in the garage, so it's not a big deal. But anyways, I think that's enough ranting and raving for the video. So if you like this video, hit the like button. If you dislike this video, hit the dislike button. Please, I encourage you, leave comments. We need all the comments we can get because comments are what supports this show. And also, depending on, I know last summer we did a comments and beer during the rally on the bike riding around the hills. Maybe this year we do a comments and beer. Maybe rolling around Main Street. Maybe we go live. Maybe we go up there and park on Thursday night and go live. I don't know about going live, but I think maybe we need to go up there. Maybe go and do a walk around and do some comments and beer. Well, hold on. Maybe that won't work. Let me check. I don't think that's going to work because I don't think my timing works this year. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, hold on. No. Shoot. That won't work this year. The rally does not start till the 7th of August, meaning comments and beer is the 6th of August. I don't know. Maybe we'll rearrange the schedule a little bit to make that comments and beer work so I can actually get some up-to-date rally stuff in there. But anyways, said the like, let's see what I do. I did, yep, like and share, leave a comment, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so additionally, we release videos every week. They come out every Thursday, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. If you don't know what Mountain Time is, guess what? Peg your time zone off of what Denver time is, and if it's 7 p.m. in Denver, Colorado on a Thursday, a new Sodak Motorcycle Blog video has come out. Unless you buy the membership, which is $2.99, you can view my videos anytime whenever I upload them. You don't have to wait for the public gem. Priority reply to comments. I reply within 48 hours, and you get the little logo by your name that signifies you're a member. So please consider the membership. I would greatly appreciate it. You know, not looking for a ton of cash, but I tell you what, you know, a little bit of cash always helps. You know, maybe put a gallon or, well, $2.99. I mean, Iran pops off, you know, real hot and heavy again. Maybe we get a half gallon. But hey, you know, that might get me 10 miles down the road. I could probably go slow and make a video for 10 to 15, probably closer to 20. If I went really slow, I could make it 20 miles down the road, and I could make that last for a few videos. Motovlogging, just be extremely slow motovlogging, but I think I've ran enough. Anyways, for the Sodak Motorcycle Blog, I am Clutch, and we'll see you later.